Um, the first time I feel that Laker energy, that I grew up watching, watching them in the playoffs. I'm excited to see how, you know, the energy that's gonna be in the building.
JJ challenged you guys a couple weeks ago to kind of shift into playoff mode already. Did you feel like that helped you get through the end of the regular season and make this week a chance to kind of stay in that locked in mentally, even if you're not playing the game?
For sure, coach did a good job of, getting us ready, like you said, but just the details. It was more about the details, paying attention to, what we're trying to get done offensively and defensively, and that what can give you the win in the playoffs. Each game different. Everybody gonna, play a game and, make some adjustments, and that's the details. Like I said, so we started probably about 2 weeks ago. Not captains, double down on it. Brian and Luka, so everybody followed.
Do you have any like playoff superstitions or anything that you do away from the court that's different than you would do in the regular season?
Hell no, nah. And I try to probably listen to more slow music because I'll be a little bit too hyped.
What are some of the artists?
Anita Baker. What I mean, I like to go older. Depends on the vibes. Anita Baker, Carl Thomas. Little Summer Rain. Encore from Shirley. Man, my playlist, I'm nice with it. I'm nice with it.
You just mentioned feeling that Laker energy in the playoffs. What do you expect to be different about it or specific about it?
I know, the playoffs are different, obviously, but it's just every possession matters when you're playing in the playoffs. And now, our fans are always engaged, so I can only imagine how it's going to be in the playoffs. And just talking to AR and Vando, they talk about they run they made and how it was lit in the building. So I just want to see for myself.
You said that you captains double down on what do you mean? What that look like?
Brian and Luka just, just telling us how important those games was. We need to have a playoff approach, and that's every possession matters. Can't have those limbo possessions where we barely getting back on defense. All them possessions matter, especially when we trying to do something special.
How important is it for that like kind of local leadership? And also, how have you felt the energy kind of intensifying, like ramping up as you guys kind of count down the days to kind of been locked in?
Yeah, just been locked in. Focusing on their player personnel, what they want to do. They got a great team. They've been playing real good the last. I think coach said it was 21-4 and something like that, finishing the season. So they probably one of the best teams, end of the year. So, it's gonna be a tough battle, and we're excited.
You've seen a certain amount of increase in you doing the kind of the court top screen action with Luka. Do you remember doing a decent amount of that in Dallas, or has it been something that was been intentional with certain sets here?
Whenever I had the opportunity, I would do it in Dallas, but it's usually with big men who in drops, and usually they not in drops. I'm popping when they're in drops, so I was able to get a couple gore top screens because there was a man-to-man. He drove my direction, and I just, the basketball instinct just kicked in and tried to get my guy easy layup. So, it's available for, when the floor is spaced the right way. It's available, but it's a wrinkle you put in for a drop coverage.
Minnesota does do.
They do a little bit of both because they got Rudy back there. He big as hell, so keeping them close to the rim is an advantage.
Brian, when he manipulates the game, the situation where I remember there's a play, Goodwin, and he told you and Goodwin to interchange, and then you get a switch, and he finds a deep corner three. How has it been for you in terms of difference between him and Luka?
Man, it just he know. It seems like he know what's going to happen before it happens. And it's been certain timeouts where coaches say a play, he say I'm gonna go back door, the lob gonna be open, and most of the times the lobs be open, or he'll tell me he'll be open for the slip, and he definitely be open for the slip. So you want to do what he say, because sometimes I may benefit from it and get a wide open corner three like you say. So just have somebody who can be another coach on the court, alongside with Luka, who I've been on the court with for a while. It's amazing. Sometimes in the game, they quarterbacking. They're not even talking to JJ. They just getting us in sets and getting us in the right spots on the court. So it's been amazing playing with them too.
What's it like playing with Luka in the playoffs?
Ah man, it's exciting. I already know bro gonna come with the juice. He love the moment. Um, knowing him, you know, you probably got to calm him down too, cause he gonna be barking. Everybody gonna be, it's gonna be exciting. It's gonna be exciting.
Dorian, I think in some circumstances, chemistry and stuff like that would be a question, but it feels like, does it feel that way? Like, does it feel like you guys have been through a lot, even though it's been a short amount of time?
For sure. Just with the injuries, just the communication amongst each other. I feel like we did a good job of trying to gel as best as we could in a little bit of time that we had. But we got easygoing guys, man. I always say Luka a low maintenance superstar. He don't ask for much, and Bron being who he is, easygoing guy, and they gel well. So AR he talks a lot of shit that people don't know, but I like him too. So it is what it is.
You talked about Luka barking during the playoffs. Is Luka's on-court and off-court demeanor very different?
If he close with you, it's the same. But if you don't know him much, he's smiling a lot off the court, and then on the court he kind of talking a lot of trash to the bench or whoever fan he pick out that's yelling at him. But it's exciting, man. He brings an excitement to the game. He makes unbelievable passes. He be looking like last game, the Houston game. I cut thinking he's not gonna throw the ball to me. He throw it my direction. And he's like, "What you think I didn't see you?" I'm like, "Yeah, shit. I'm sorry."
Next go.
That means time to go, huh?